of Kerbal Space Program career mode. When we left off last time, we just got back from another moon landing with a bunch of science on our lander, and we are here to test how the processing lab works. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's see, there's our thermometer. Now, I don't know if we need to... I think we have to grab the science off of it, maybe? Yeah, because there's not enough crew anyway, so we'll go ahead and do that. And, of course, our pod is facing the wrong direction. Oh well. EVA time, Sam Gun. It's not like you're not freaking out enough the way it is. Alright, so... can we... take data. And take data. We must not be quite close enough to those. To our goo or our science junior. Okay. Take data. Excuse me. Take data out of the command pod, and now we'll see if we can grab the other data off the other experiments. Really? Are we still not close enough? There we go. Collect data. Okay, we'll render this module inoperable. So we remove the data from there. And... good grief, how close do we have to get? Trying to grab it out of the Science Junior, but it is not letting me. I wonder if that's because there's so much stuff surrounding it, or what the deal is with that. Yeah, we physically... oh, there we go. Collect data. Remove data. Oh, we had to get really close for that, too. Okay, it won't let me click on that again. Or the goo. So let's go over and grab our other goo experiment. Oh, we don't want to break off our solar panel. Collect data. Alright, now those big three experiments are inoperable, it said. But I think you're supposed to be able to reset them or something with the science lab. So let's drop down to our science lab. Hopefully without breaking off any solar panels. And apparently I went down the wrong side because there's no door over here. Sam Gun's just out for the view anyway, that must be what it is. Of course we haven't seen his face, he's probably still freaking out. So I might be fibbing for him. Alright, line up with the door. And let's see about grabbing it. There we go. Alright, board. Okay. Okay, clean experiments 3. That must be the big 3. The Science Junior and the 2 goos. Review data or process lab data? Let's process lab data. Okay, plus 15% transmit value, but doesn't say anything about the recovery value going up. Okay, so that goo is worth 40. We'll see what it, recovery anyway, so we'll see what it looks like after processing. And we'll just go ahead and process all these, but we're using our goo experiment as the basis here to figure this out. Temperature scan, apparently you can't do anything with, so we'll keep that. Surface sample, 12%. And the other goo. Okay, that's our first one actually that I believe this lab already ran. And it's still only worth 40 science, but the transmit detailed analysis is worth 18 now. But it did not do anything for our recovery value. Okay, we are currently processing the seismic scan. Okay, so let's clean experiments and see if I'm right about that resetting the goo containers and whatnot. Cleaning out the Science Junior. 74%, 80, 90. Oh wow, our power is going way down. That thing must just suck it down. Oh, our Science Junior just closed. And the goo container closed. Okay, so those must be reset. That must be how you do it. Okay, keep that. Okay, now it says clean experiments. What does it say when we actually click on the experiments themselves? It says we can observe them. So why does it still say clean? Oh, it doesn't now. Okay. Alright, we've already processed all the lab data. Or, well, most of it is still processing. Man, that thing uses a lot of power, though. So it's probably a good thing we had this many solar panels on here. Normal basis, that might have been overkill, but this time it wasn't. Okay, 60%. And we might run out of power before this thing finishes. Or at least drop down to the dregs of electricity out of the batteries. It'll be close. Hopefully that's the last one we have to process. 86%, 88. And done. Yeah, it bumped up the transmit value, but not the recovery value. Keep data. Okay, and our power is recharging. So, all right, now how do we get our Kerbonaut back out of here to put him back in the lander? Do we have to click on, maybe click on the door? Crew hatch? That's not doing anything. Oh wait. Nope. Oh, it's a left click on the door. Okay. Alright, so SAM gun, EVA. And take data. Okay, we've got all the data on us again. And he's, like, apparently sliding down the ladder. And he was still apparently holding on, technically. That was odd. Okay, let's go ahead and get back aboard our lander as soon as he's done playing around. Sam Gunn, come on. I'm not even touching anything, and he's just sitting there rocking back and forth. Okay, let's get with it. Come on. There we go. Okay, now he currently has all of our experiments on him, which that's trying to figure out where he's putting that. Oop. Saw the grab thing pop up there for a second. There we go. Alright. And we can store them manually like this. Not all items could be stored, so which ones could not? Mystery goo observation. Oh, okay, because we had it doubled. We had 2 of them. Okay, so he can't keep the one extra one because it's from the same biome, maybe? And why is he floating free? Because he was holding on. Sam Gunn. Quit dinking around. Let's board before he decides to fly off in interstellar space. Okay, so we have to dump that duplicate to be able to get back in. I guess I could have climbed down and restored it in the science lab, but that's alright. Okay, review stored data. Now let's see. Observe materials bay. Does it work again? It does. I mean, we've already got this one, that's why it's so little, but it does work again. Okay, oh yeah, because he's back aboard the lander, that's why. Alright, let's try goo out here, because he can grab that easier than the Science Junior. 1.6 science. Okay, so let's keep that and see if he can grab it and bring it into the module, because that'll tell us if we still have to bring more than one experiment, or if we bring a lab. Because if we can bring a lab and less experiments, or less duplicates anyway, that would probably save us quite a bit of weight. Okay, EVA Sam Gun. And go grab that mystery goo. And you're going to have to let go for this. Okay. No playing around now. Need to get busy with it. Well, you have to get really close to grab these, though. There we go. Collect data. Remove it. Okay, so for returning the data, though, the lab really doesn't do us anything. It's only for the transmission, apparently, or transmitting data. Okay, oh wow. Okay, there we are. He was able to bring it in with him, so we can store, apparently. Yeah, because we dropped that one, so we were down to 6 things, and now we're back up to 7. So, yeah, apparently, if we could bring a lab, depending upon how many science modules we need to bring, that might be the way to go. So right now he's got a lot of experiments stored in that tiny little capsule. Alright, let's go ahead and head back to Kerbin. I mean, we could sit here and go down to the moon again. We've got enough fuel in these tanks. We could refuel our lander. But you guys are probably getting tired of moon-based missions. So we're going to go ahead and head back and start making a mission, or designing a mission or designing a ship, there we go, that might work. Designing a ship to go somewhere else. So we're just going to go ahead and finish this mission out. And I think we're going to go ahead and try and dump this big tank here. So we're going to grab the fuel out of it. And Sam Gunn is freaking out still. Probably should have looked at his face while he was on EVA. That might have been interesting. Yeah, he's still freaking out. We ain't even doing anything. Okay, we've got 113 units of fuel left in that big sucker. So for the moment, we're going to shut down that engine and all 4 of these. And even though we're kind of docked sideways, I think we have enough reaction wheels on this thing to keep us straight while we're thrusting. Okay, I'm missing 2 engines here. Is that one? Nope, not yet. Alright, oh, yeah, that's the one we want to use anyway. There we go. Okay, we're going to deorbit this just enough that this engine and tank drop into the moon so we don't have orbital debris. So let's get lined up here. Okay, and fix our staging before we do this, because yep, that's the one we want. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and deorbit this section. And I think that was enough already. Yes, it was. Okay, so we need to disconnect from this and then get our orbit back up. So and there we go. Kind of get away from this before we turn around, because we don't want to turn around and run smack right dab into it. So. And that's a big amount of weight we just got rid of. And there we go, back in orbit. And these are pretty much stocked full, so we got plenty to get back to Kerbin. I was going to leave this lab here, but I don't necessarily plan on coming back to the moon, so we're going to go ahead and bring it back. Besides, we've got a Kerbinaut in there too. We need to bring him down, so just be easier to do it from the orbit of Kerbin. Alright, let's go ahead and I'm going to get around to here, and we're going to start burning. Now we're going to go ahead and attempt to do some aero braking, because instead of just coming back down in the atmosphere, we want to achieve an orbit again around Kerbin until we can get our other Kerbinaut out of the lab anyway. Alright, flip around and start heading towards home. And we're holding our heading, so we've got enough reaction wheels on there that our ship's going to keep straight, basically. And we are on the dark side of the moon, apparently. Yes, we are. That's okay. That's a good thing I put that many batteries on it then anyway. Because these little engines, they're awesome for landing and just for smaller craft in general, but they don't generate electricity while they're running. Okay. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and bring this down. Yeah, we've got tons and tons of fuel. We'll probably go ahead and leave the lab up in orbit until we collect the fuel out of it, since we got fuel up there. Why deorbit it and waste that fuel since we have a docking port on it, you know? Okay, I think about... I think we're going to shoot for 40,000 meters for our orbital... Or not orbital, but aerobraking maneuver. There we go. Okay, that's ended up weird. So we're going to wait till we get out of the pole of the moon, and then we'll readjust that. And remember, I always try and hit this at like the 4th notch on the warp or less, because otherwise it really messes you up. Because right now it says 472,000 meters, but if I go warp it too fast on that transition right here, it could either end up in the planet or way back out here. So it just acts weird. Almost there. And there we go. Alright, and since we are way past our apoapsis, for the interests of fuel efficiency, we're going to go ahead and wait till we get clear back out here to bring our orbit down for the aerobraking maneuver. Now I think 40,000 is enough. Hopefully it's not too much. I haven't really done many aerobraking on the planet Kerbin before, so. And there we go. Let's flip our ship around. There we go. Right about there. Alright. There we go, 39,000. Let's give that a shot, and hopefully we don't crash this whole ship. Time warp up. A little laggy there, sorry about that. Alright, once we hit atmosphere, we're going to want to retract our panels here. Yeah, which is right about now. Let's see, does our action group still work? Okay, that's odd. It's working for 1, 2, 3 of our panels. Strange. That's alright. Retract that one. Retract. And retract. And that should be all of them. Alright, and we're going to leave it facing this way in case we lose too much altitude in this aerobraking, and we need to thrust. On the other side of the coin, hopefully we got down far enough in the atmosphere to do the aerobraking. Okay, we are slowing down here, and we are at 52,000 meters of altitude. Let's see if we can speed this up a little bit. Actually, let's check on Sam Gunn first. And he's happy, of course. We're doing a highly risky aerobraking maneuver. He's happy. We're orbiting the moon. He's freaking out. Go figure. Okay, that is really bringing it down fast. Like I said, I'm hoping I didn't drop too low into the atmosphere. Ooh, we are really coming down fast. And we're not yet at the periapsis. So we might have to thrust to keep ourselves from totally losing this ship. Maybe, maybe not. That's not too bad. It's not too bad at all, actually. We don't run the risk of running back or having another interaction with the moon, but we are low enough here in our orbit that that's plenty manageable. So for now, just because our episode is running a little long, I'm going to go ahead and leave the station in this orbit, which I will fix later, and we'll go ahead and bring down our lander to see what we got for science. Of course, after we fix this orbit so it doesn't continue to degrade. Might also be good to extend our solar panels. Oh, excuse me. I had a sneeze sneak up on me. I hope that didn't blow your guys' eardrums out. And I apologize for that. Okay, extend panels. Alright, let's go ahead and finish bringing our periapsis up so we don't lose this station, especially with the Kerbonaut in it. There we go. There we are. That looks good. Alright. Those two are about out, but we should have... Let's see, that tank should be full right there. Yep. Yeah, we got plenty to get back using this, so let's go ahead and undock. There we go. Like I said, I apologize for forgetting the lights. And kind of get away from our station here. Make sure our SAS is, yep, SAS is on. Okay. Alright. We need to, again, like we did with the big tank, kind of get away from our station here. Oh. After we turn our engine on. Okay, and orient for our deorbit burn. There we go. That should do it. Sam Gun is happy. Alright, does it look like we may very well actually land on land? That's kind of new for us, in this series anyway. Alright, we're not going to drop our engine or anything until we're absolutely sure we're coming in for a landing. But we do need to retract our solar panels. There we go. We will go ahead and flip around. And there we go. We have our correct orientation. Now, we are already in atmosphere. Yeah, and we appear to be coming down nicely. Let's speed it up. Again, sorry for the lag. Alright, I'm pretty sure we're coming in for a landing on this one. Oh yeah. Yep, coming in for a landing. Alright, so let's see, Sam Gun is kind of ho-hum about the deal right now. Alright, we are low enough we can probably go ahead and pop our chutes, which we're going to do first, and then we're going to drop our tanks so they drop away from us. Okay, and our tanks, and our engine. There we go. Losing speed nicely. Sam Gun is happy again. Doing a jig, or dancing a jig rather. Alright, since we are above land, let's be real careful about not to time warp ourselves into ripping our chutes off, so. Okay, now he's freaking out. Alright, yeah, like I said, I don't know where our 500 meters above land is. Let's go ahead and try a cockpit view here. Okay, there's an altimeter. If I'm reading that right, and I'm probably not, we are around 600 to 700 meters above ground. Like I said, I'm probably not reading that right though. Yep, let's go with that anyway. Okay, so if I'm reading that right, here shortly we're going to be at 500 meters and our chutes will deploy, or at least fully deploy. So once we get close, okay, yeah, I'm probably not reading that right. Yep, I would say I wasn't reading that right. Okay, so maybe 500 meters is right. Oh, I just heard him deploy. Yeah, so either... Oh, wait, there's a radar altitude. I probably should have been watching that one. Aha, okay. Well, at least the good news is we didn't rip our chutes off using time warp, and it wasn't a totally boring descent. Alright, 5 meters per second. Let's deploy our landing legs. And we're not landing on a mountain, so we should be okay. Now we can go ahead and speed up, or at least time accelerate. Alright, Sam Gunn, you're almost back. And he's not freaking out anymore. That's good. Alright. We should be safe and sound. Oh, that is a little bit of a hill, isn't it? Oh, and there we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and recover. And see what the science tally is. And I may have to split this into 2 episodes. We're about 40 minutes long here. Okay, Mr. Goo still only got 40 science for it. But we gained a working knowledge of the science lab. So, that'll work. Alright, 414 science earned on this mission. We will spend it when we return. Until then, please like, subscribe, or comment, or even dislike if you don't like my videos. But I would rather you just give me hints or comments or suggestions on what I can do better. Until next time, this is Dragon Sky. Have a good day, and thank you for watching.